Hello, beautiful. Welcome to the second episode of Upper English. In the first episode, we had a go at the definition of oral English. We experimented with test one. We say test one is the first test, of course, on oral English, and is about vowels. We looked at monophthong, single vowels, the short one and long ones. We had a go at diphthong, two vowels, seen as one, and of course, triphthongs. We had a drill at some of the contrast, and we closed that episode with a classwork. In this episode, we are going to look at test 2. Guess what? Test 2 is about consonant. So don't think about the the oo, the I, the oi. These are vowels. Think about the p, the p sound, t, the t sound, k, the k sound, l, the l sound, f, the f sound, v, the th sound, and so on and so forth. So test 2 is about the consonant. And what are consonants? Consonants are sounds that obstruct the flow of air in our mouth. So imagine articulating P, P. You have to first stop and release. Imagine S, S, some sort of sibilant sound. Imagine the D, D. Again, you have to stop and release. Ch. These are all mere obstructions. So consonants lean more towards obstruction, sound that create obstruction. Vowels do not lean towards that. Vowels, no obstruction. So areas to note when it comes to test 2, the consonant. The first thing is consonant quality. How F and V are different. F as in fat, F as in fat, and V as in what? Van. So the F sound and the V sound, see the quality. The first task is to understand how they are different. The K sound, the K, and the G sound, the G. See? Again, is to pick out that area. And the other aspect, let me give an example regarding the consonant quality. They and they. See, they. T-H-E-Y is they. The TH sound there. And they, D sound. See how the TH and the D are different. Consonant quality. The other thing is to look at the position of consonant contrast, meaning how these TH and D are different, meaning the position they occupy. If the difference comes in the beginning of the word, then of course speak of what? Onset. Example, we have ship and chip. Ship, chip. So here we have the SH at the beginning and the CH at the beginning. So the test for consonantal difference comes in the beginning. We call this one onset. Again, we have pit and bit. Pit, bit, pit, b, b. See the P sound, and bit, the B sound, b, b, b. See, they come in the beginning. So we call this one onset. We have tuck and duck. See, tuck, t, t, and duck, d, d. You see, the D sound. So when the test in consonantal difference comes in the beginning, then of course we speak of the onset. Then we now look at the medial. If the difference in consonantal system comes in the middle, we say what? it is in the medial position. So we have what? We have buzzes and we have buses. So the difference is what? Is between the Z sound and the S sound. See, buzzes and buses, buses and buzzes. These buzzes, z, and buses in the middle. Then we speak about parcel and partial. Parcel, partial. So parcel, so the s sound again the middle, and we have partial. Sh sh sh. See the sh sound. So partial. So leave out the l. That will be the final sound. We are talking about the middle sound actually, and we have prices and prices. Prices, prices. The difference is between the S sound, prices, the price, and of course prices, the price, the Z sound there. So here the difference comes in the middle. We call this one medial. And if the difference in consonantal awareness comes in the end, we call it what? Coda. Example, we have both and both. Both, both. So both, T sound, and both, the TH sound. And we have breathe, breathe, final sound. And we have breathe, see, breathe. Should be B-R-E-A-T-H-E. And breathe, B-R-E-E-D. And we have wash and watch. So wash and watch. So we have the SH coming at the end, and we have the CH. So ch and what? Ch. So the test about these ones comes in the end. We call this one coda. And we have leave, leave, and we have leave. So leave, V, and leave, F sound. The other thing to note about test 2 is consonant clusters, meaning the idea where we have 2 or 3 consonant letters coming together without any break in between. The test there is that when such a word containing 3 or 2 consonants coming together without a break in between, when a word with that combination is articulated, we should hear each letter in the blend. Example, we have play and pray. Play, the PL. So PL there is consonant cluster. 2 consonant letters coming together. Play, and we have pray. So you can say pray or pray, depending on how you pronounce the R sound. The Creole will say pray, and others will say pray, with the R clearly hard. So what I mean here is the PL and the PR, meaning consonants blend. We call this one consonant cluster. The test here is for you to hear the letters in the blend, the P sound and the L sound, the P sound and the R sound. Next we have true, true or true, whatever you call one. So true, T and R, and we have drew. See, number 6, drew, drew. You see the D and R, and of course true, the T and R. And we have coast, coast, and of course coats, coast, the ST, and coats, the TS. This is one of the ways in which examiners will test you when it comes to test 2. So we've looked at consonant quality, we've had a look at their position, onset, if the test is found in the beginning, medial, if it is found in the middle, and coda or final, if it is found in the end. The other thing to note, indeed, is voicing. We have consonant sounds that are voiced, and we have those that are voiceless. So to know whether a consonant sound is voiced, just take your index finger and your thumb, and place them across your throat. Articulate any consonant sound. If you have a tense vibration, it means if your throat vibrates tensely, it means the sound is voiced. But if you have a mere puff of air in your mouth, it means that sound is voiceless. Example, let's try the B sound. B. B. Follow me, please. B. Your throat vibrates. We have D. Same thing. The G sound. G. The L. L. The V. V. The M. M. The N. N. The Z. Z. The R. R. And the J. And J. 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 Like that. It means these sounds are voiced. And we look at the voiceless. We say a consonant sound will appear voiceless if you pronounce it. You only feel a puff of air in your mouth and no tense vibration in your throat. Example, we have the S sound, S, in your mouth. Another by the CH, 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 in your mouth. What about the SH, sh, in your mouth. And the K, 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 again in your mouth. The T, 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 you see? The F, 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 the P, 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 in your mouth. So these sounds are what? Are voiceless. What I didn't include here is the TH sound. We have the voiced TH sound and the voiceless TH sound. So if I say, for example, this, we have this, that TH there is what? Is voiced. If I say with, where we say, of course, spelled with, one with, whatever, with. I'm not referring to W-I-T-H. That will be with. So with, where you have the W-I-D-T-H. That TH there is, of course, voiceless. Okay? So now you've seen voicing. They test for that. But how do they test for voicing? They test for voicing through some addition. By adding ed to the end of a word or s to the end of a word. And it's very simple. If you add ed onto a word that ends in a voice consonant sound, the ed will assume the sound d. If you add ed onto a word that ends in a voice consonant sound, the ed will be pronounced as d. Example, we have bag, bag, g, bag. That word ends in a voice sound, g. So if you want to make this one past tense, example, bagged, what happens? The final sound still ends in what? The final sound still ends in the G, and G is voiced. So adding ed, the ed will be d. So bagged, see, bagged. But if you add ed onto a word that ends in a voiceless consonant sound, the ed will assume the sound t, 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 the T sound. Example, we have, for example, let's try wish or wish, W-I-S-H, wish, sh is voiceless. So if we add ed, because the final sound, the sh, is voiceless, the ed will be t, t, T sound. So wished, I wished him the very best yesterday. I wished him the very best. So wished. They will test for this. Wished. You see? And we have two examples here. We have PENS and PENCE. The basic word in PENS is PEN. That's the basic word. PEN. The S is a mere addition. So again, when we add S onto a word that ends in a voice consonant sound, the S becomes Z. The S becomes Z. B-A-G, bag. G is voiced. If you add S, you have what? Bags. Bags. Because G is voiced, the S becomes Z. It assumes the Z sound. But if you add S onto a word that ends in a voiceless consonant sound, as in S or as in what, T or P, the S will remain as S, as in S-T-O-P-S, stops, like that, because the P, the final sound there, P, is voiceless. Okay? Now try the P-N-S and P-N-C. So because the basic word is P-E-N, pen, and N there is voiced. If you take your index finger and your thumb and you place them against your throat and try to articulate the N, you will see your throat will vibrate. So, so if you add S there, the S is supposed to be Z. So pens, pens. What about the P-E-N-C? Well, the basic word is P-N-C. We don't add anything there, so it's pens. So we will say number 12, pens. You are caught between the devil and the deep sea. So if you don't learn this, if you don't understand this, you are in trouble. So because the basic word is P-E-N, and we only add S onto pen, so the S becomes what? Z, pens. And because P-N-C, the basic word, is pens. That's supposed to be borne in mind. And I may even want to talk about the fact that we have AS and ASS. So AS is what? Is as. And ASS is what? Is as. Again, for examination purpose. So as is AS and as is ASS. As in also OF is of. OFF is off. You see? OFF off. And OF is of. So OF, the F there becomes the V, of. Good. And as always, let us see whether you've understood what we've done so far by going through this past question, 5 questions, just 5 questions, and test your understanding.
Test 2. Get ready to answer the rest of test 2 on your answer sheet. Start at number 16. Number 16. Sip. Number 17. Feign. Number 18. Frank. Number 19. Written. Number 20. Made.
And that's it for test 2. Now we turn to test 3. Test 3 is almost very simple. Once you've understood test 1, all about vowels, test 2, all about the consonant, well, test 3 is a conglomeration or combination of test 1 and test 2, meaning is a mixture of the vowel sounds and the consonant sounds. So once you know how vowels are different in their own right, once you know how consonants are different in their own right, you should be able to do well when it comes to test 3. And here we have past question, again 5 questions, to test whether indeed you've understood what we've covered on test 1 and test 2.
Test 3. Start at number 31. Number 31. Flag. Number 32. Crass. Number 33. Prize. Number 34. Plume. Number 35. Barn.
That's it for test 3. Let's now have a look at test 4. While test 1, test 2, and test 3 experiment with individual words in isolation, test 4 experiment with the quality of vowels and consonants now in sentence context. The man or woman will read one sentence. You have three options, and each option indeed is a sentence. The man or woman will read one of those, and you have to be able to tell which sentence the man or the woman has read. And the idea is to test your understanding about vowels and consonants, and this time in sentence context. So we have three areas. Examiners will choose one of the areas for a given year. They will do test of vowel and or consonant contrast in sentence context. They will see whether you understand vowel and consonant and how they are different, this time in sentence context. They will test for vowel and consonant contrast in isolated words. If you know, to know whether it is about vowel quality and consonant quality in isolated words is very simple. They will use inverted commas, okay? They will use sort of what we call quotation marks for the words they want to actually emphasize, the vowel there or the consonant they want to emphasize. Okay, that is if they want to check for the vowel quality or consonant quality in isolated words. Again, that will be read again in sentence. And the last one will be test of vowel and consonant contrast through rhymes. So examiners will choose one of these for a given year. Okay, that is it. So let me just give you some examples how, in fact, this one goes. Three sentences or three options, each one a sentence for a given question. She said when. If I say she said when, what would you choose? We have 1, 2, 3. She said when. Is it O-N-E, W-I-N-E, and W-A-N? That's it. So O-N-E is one, when. And of course wine, you see wine, and we have one at that. We have one. So W-A-N is one. O-N-E is one. We have one, we have when, and we have wine. O-N-E, when. W-A-N, one. W-I-N, wine. So now you've seen some sort of, we are kind of, the words being tested are written, they are in inverted commas to indicate the fact that this indeed is about vowel contrast in isolated words. They will say, she said when. You see? She said one. She said wine. You can see that. And next we have what? The word I read was pleasure. The word I read was pleasure. You can see. The word I read was pressure. Pressure. So P-R-E-S-S-U-R-E is not pressure. It's pressure. And the word I read was what? Was presser. And that's the difference. So here they are testing your understanding with respect to consonant quality, the S sound, the SH sound, and the SH sound and the S sound. So and the J sound. P-L-E-A-S-U-R-E is what? Pleasure. And P-R-E-S-S-U-R-E is what? Is pressure, and of course presser. So to put your understanding into perspective, again, we have some past questions. For your, they are here for you to try. Let us go.
Test 4. Start at number 41. Number 41. Give me 2 pens, please. Number 42. Don't step on the flannel. Number 43. Have you read the facts? Number 44, the lobes are not there. Number 45, the word I read was glare.
And that's it for the second episode, where indeed we had a go at consonant and how, in fact, we have to look at the qualities, we have to look at the position they occupy, onset, medial, and of course, coda. We had a go at consonant clusters, the idea of two consonant letters coming together, and the test is that each sound in that blend should be heard, as in play, the P and L should be heard, and pray, the P and R should be heard. And we had a go at voicing. We have some consonants that are voiced, and we have some that are voiceless. And we talked about their importance and how do they test for that. They test for that especially when it comes to the addition of ED and S onto the end of words. So join me in the third episode, where we look at test 5, test 6, test 7, and of course test 8.